not stopping a businesswoman in town from diving into the business. The product she's selling is something we all take for granted, the lowly earthworm. Neil Coxwell has that story.
Worms can't do anything to harm us. There's no reason for us to be afraid of worms. They don't have teeth, right? They don't have teeth, they can't bite us.
Crawly creatures are always a crowd pleaser.
Gently now, gently.
But at this day camp, these worms are doing more than just wiggling.
My goal is to reduce that number of garbage trucks going to Michigan in half. But I need everybody's help. I need everybody to do worm composting or composting.
The campers are learning a different way to compost.
So the worms live in a container like this. This is indoor composting.
The woman behind the wiggly ones is Cathy Nesbitt.
I'm a lifelong environmentalist, and I think the worms are my vehicle to get the message out.
Of course, Nesbitt doesn't use just any garden variety worms. She uses red wigglers. They seem born to eat and to compost. And a 1-pound colony of these worms will eventually grow and eat its way through up to a ton of waste in just 1 year.
They eat half their weight, they eat organic matter, they eat paper, manure, food scraps, pasta and rice, coffee grounds, tea bags. Really, they are sewage sludge. They're phenomenal.
There are 800 to 1,000 worms in a pound. They can be found in some gardens, but only in small volumes. So breeders like Nesbitt are the only place to get big numbers. It isn't cheap, $40 a pound. But Nesbitt says fear, not cost, is what's keeping many from using worms to cut back on waste. And even she admits she was wary of the worms once.
To be honest, I found worms icky until 2000. And then I started doing research about them, and you just have to love them after you find out what they can do.
The campers are already convinced.
No, because they can't do anything to you. All they can really do is move around and eat a lot.
Their worms have turned nearly half a ton of garbage into soil, and Nesbitt says her worms are in hundreds of households across North America. But her crusade isn't finished. She says she hopes her worms work their way into every home in Ontario. Neil Coxwell, CBC News, Queensville.